playoffs roll on. It's Game 3 of the Eastern Conference semifinals on EA Sports. From Amway Center in downtown Orlando, tonight the Orlando Magic taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Along with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, we look at the Bucks coming into play. They held their ground in the first two games at their place. Now the test begins as they take the 2-0 lead on the road.
And you know, the first two games held the form, but now the series shifts. So this crowd is going to need to give them everything they can for an advantage. Even though this isn't a must-win, they need to play like it is because you don't want to be down 3-0.
To Fournier. Bledsoe with it up top. Just getting started in Game 3. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
In the front court, it's Augustine. Down just a couple. To Aaron Gordon. Not that time. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way. I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Bucks basketball. And look out.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Isaac to Vucevic. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Nikola Vucevic, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 72%. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Milwaukee with the basketball. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen. Rises for the slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Augustine with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Isaac to Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
Giannis in control of the basketball. They trail by 2. Baseline drive. Shot from the lane won't go. Nikola Vucevic rejects it. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Nikola Vucevic. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Bledsoe. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Fournier. And scores.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's now 5 for 6.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
He connects off the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Giannis with it up top. It's 12-10. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 2 shots. A career 74% free throw shooter. Can't connect on the first free throw. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Magic own the possession. Fultz with a shot off the mark. Hill across the timeline. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Nice finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Markelle Fultz. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
George Hill to Antetokounmpo. Now a steal as the Magic have it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
To Vucevic. Short jumper off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
From the painted area, won't go down. Desperation shot here from half. Knocks it down at the buzzer from half court. He lined it up perfectly. What an end to the first quarter. One of those games, every shot seems to be going down. Only 1 quarter in the books, Jay. Defensively, what needs to be tightened up?
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
Short jumper won't go down.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Terrence Ross, guarded by Gasol. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
It's Orlando's ball. Iwandu matched up with Pau Gasol. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Korver to Hill. Driving right to the basket. To Antetokounmpo. Has a look. Giannis off the mark. Fultz into the front court. Up by 3. Knocks it down off the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Bucks at the controls. Hill to Korver. Takes stock of the floor. George Hill curling inside. Stuffs it down with authority. Now the Magic gonna signal for a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. The Bucks clear the rebound. Bledsoe with the basketball. They're down 3. To Adetokunbo. Hill. George Hill. He's 2 for 2 now.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
To Mo Bamba. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down 2. To George Hill. Bledsoe. He gets it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Magic basketball. To Gordon. Isaac. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
We gonna see a team take the lead here?
So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Gordon. Has a chance. The shot almost.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Aaron Gordon swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Augustine with it up top. All tied as we march towards halftime. Gordon. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Eric Bledsoe trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Orlando has it. To Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Freak for 2. The Magic with the rebound. Long heave from 3/4 court. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Bucks are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Magic are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists. These are the guys getting buckets for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Bench points.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
Rolf didn't have any impact on the scoreboard in the opening half. If I was a teammate, I'd be doing my best to remind him he's still got 2 more quarters to change things around. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that happen. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
The Bucks at the controls.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Antetokounmpo to Middleton. From the outside, no good.
You can't fall in love with the jump shots. You have to find ways to maybe even get to the free throw line. Keep your team in the game by putting points on the board.
To Aaron Gordon. Fournier. Taken down by Giannis. To Lopez. Aaron Gordon pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Huge block. Add 2 points to the board.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Hill into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. And the reward, he's going to the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
George Hill has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. Knocks down the first.
Ooh, I like that. Good shot.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. In the front court, it's
The
August.
2-round NBA Eastern Conference Semifinals 2020 games and highlights coming up next.
Ducks it home. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Middleton to Antetokounmpo. And count the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Isaac. baseline drive, and he's going to the line to shoot.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
DJ Augustine, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 86% from the line. First one, count it. And he makes them both. Giannis with it up top. His guys find themselves tripped. To George Hill. George Hill, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
One could make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Orlando ball. Shot from the lane won't go. Middleton to Lopez.
Game 1 Orlando Magic 4-2 Milwaukee Bucks 4-5 final.
Well done.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Augustine with the basketball. His group now down 2 to Fournier. Trying to cash in. Gordon shot misses. Nikola Vucevic. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade the block in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Game 2 Orlando Magic 3-9 Milwaukee Bucks 4-3 final.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Short jumper off the mark. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Bucks at the controls. Nikola Vucevic sends it away. Bledsoe. That pass stolen by Orlando. Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it away. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Giannis in control of the basketball. Looking to make something happen.
The Toronto Raptors win Series 4-1 over Miami Heat to move on to the 3-round NBA Eastern Conference Finals 2020 Season 7.
5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 2 shots. He's struggled so far. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Here's Orlando with the basketball. Fultz to Mo Bamba. Nothing going here on that drive. Rebounded by Mirotic. Giannis with it up top. His guys down 3. They'll get it down low to Lopez. It was right there. Fultz with the basketball. They can get a 2 for 1 if they hurry. Mo Bamba. They work it down to Aminu. Giannis Antetokounmpo with the block. Won't go down.
Updates out on the West Coast. Los Angeles Lakers led Series 2-0 over the Houston Rockets.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That ends the 3rd quarter. The Magic have the lead. It's Magic basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. Partner, you and I were just shaking our heads during this quarter break. We can't believe how good a game this has been.
And we've seen this so many times with the teams that are the most talented on paper. This shouldn't even be a game. But sometimes an underdog, they rise to the challenge. And they've really hung in there all the way in these 3 quarters.
The Magic with 4 to shoot. Oh, he had it. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys now down by a
The Denver
point.
Nuggets and Los Angeles Clippers are now tied at 1-1.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Bucks basketball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Augustine with it up top. Down 2. Shot clock winding down. Jonathan Isaac. Giannis grabs the board. Bledsoe with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Antetokounmpo to Middleton. Chris Middleton with the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about
In the front court, it's Augustine. He'll run the offense. To Fournier. Oh, he had him there for a second. Brook Lopez able to recover with the block. Milwaukee with the basketball.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Screen coming. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Leads for it. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Turns and slams it down. Now the Magic going to signal for a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way.
And this is where habits come into play. Players think they can turn that switch on and off at their beckoning call, but it doesn't work that way. That's why coaches talk about practicing good habits on a daily basis because they show up in the fourth.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. To Vucevic. Able to convert inside.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Giannis with it up top. They lead it. 4-point game. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Count the bucket for two.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Vucevic. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Here's Lopez, down low, and finishes strong.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Here comes the screen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Jonathan Isaac trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. The free throw's good. It's a three-point play, and the lead sliced to 2. Bucks at the controls. Aaron Gordon tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Aaron Gordon snatching it out of the air.
Blocking so many shots.
Oh, and a putback.
Ed, It's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
To Fournier. Here comes the screen. Five to shoot for Orlando. Rebound pulled down by Giannis. Here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
There it is, number 6. He's finished. Seat on the bench for the rest of this one.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
Time to shuffle things up. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Now a whistle, and Orlando is going to use a timeout. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Vucevic. To Fournier. Has a look. Oh, Evan Fournier. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Shot at the buzzer does indeed go down, but it only affects the final score. This ball game is over. The Bucks claim victory. They've taken a commanding lead in this best-of-7 series. 3 games to none. 1 victory left. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey, everyone. It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks edged out a close victory in today's game. The statistic that seemed to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Magic must be devastated after such a close loss.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Check out the leading scores for the Orlando Magic.
three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
I'll take Tecumpo.
Game
Played the
3
role of
Milwaukee Bucks
facilitator
5-4
today.
Orlando
And no one
Magic
is more happy
5-0
than his
final.
teammates.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
The Milwaukee Bucks led Series 3-0 over Orlando Magic in the two-round NBA Eastern Conference semifinals playoffs 2-0-2-0.